So today on the channel, I'm gonna show you guys how to make a low carb, keto friendly cinnamon sugar donut recipe that's absolutely ridiculous, guys. These donuts taste much more like a deep fried donut that you'd get from Dunkin' Donuts or a coffee shop than a baked donut recipe. And that's because the donuts are really dense and cakey and really not what you'd expect from a baked donut recipe. They're absolutely delicious. By the way, if you don't have a donut tray, do not worry. You probably just add all the ingredients into a cake tray and make cake out of the recipe. So that being said, let's jump into this one and make these donuts, guys.
All right, so first things first, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Once your oven's preheated, you want to take out a large bowl and your food scale, and you want to add 1 1/4 cups or about 120 grams of superfine almond flour to the bowl. I highly recommend Bob's Red Mill almond flour. It's just the best stuff that I found. And if you want to pick some up, there's a link to grab it in the video description below. So once you've added all the almond flour, the next ingredient we're going to add is going to be 1/3 cup of granulated erythritol. The reason why we're sweetening the recipe up with erythritol is because it truly is a 0-calorie sweetener. Erythritol is a sugar alcohol and its net carb count is 0, so it's perfect to sweeten up any low carb or keto recipe. The final dry ingredient we're going to add is just going to be a pinch of salt, and then we're just going to whisk all the ingredients together until they're combined, and then we're going to set that bowl aside and get out our wet ingredient bowl. So in a smaller bowl, we're going to crack and add 2 large eggs, followed by 1.5 tablespoons of melted coconut oil, as well as 2 tablespoons of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So now at this point, you can get your whisk back out and start whiskifying all of your wet ingredients together until the yolks and all the other ingredients start combining, and you have this bright yellow liquidy consistency going on in the bowl. Once that does happen, you can pour the liquid ingredients into the dry ingredients, and then you want to take a spatula and work all the ingredients together until a thick batter starts to form in your bowl. So now at this point, what you want to do is coat a donut tray with some baking spray. If you don't have a donut tray, there's a link to grab one in the video description below. And then what you want to do is scoop some of your batter out of your tray with a spoon and fill up each slot just about 3/4 of the way full. Once all of the slots are 3/4 of the way full, what you want to do is pop that tray into the oven for about 15 minutes or until your donuts are looking golden brown. When that does happen, you'll want to remove them from the oven and let them cool in the tray for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once they're done cooling in the tray, you want to transfer them to a wire rack to finish cooling. And while the donuts are cooling, it's a really good time to get together your cinnamon sugar topping. And what we're going to do is we're going to add 3 to 4 tablespoons of granulated erythritol to a small dish, as well as 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Then we're just going to mix those together until they're combined. And then at this point, we're going to coat all the donuts with a little bit of baking spray and dip the tops of each donut into our cinnamon sugar topping. Once every donut is covered in cinnamon sugar, the donuts are done. And of course, as always, enjoy, guys.
All right, so that's today's keto donut recipe. I hope you guys enjoy these. If you want the full written out recipe with the metric measurements and the macros, you can find all that stuff in the video description below. Also down there will be links to all the products that I used to make the donuts today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next recipe.